Good day, this is Terry Difazio, and you're watching Dial It Up. Today we have a special edition of Dial It Up, and with us here is Andrea Myrick and Elaine Lockwood. I would like for you guys to explain why you're here, since I had to take this on very short notice, but I'm very happy that you're here, and I'm very happy to be able to do this for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Andrea.
Good morning. My name is Andrea Myrick. I'm one of the parents of the students attending the Vermont Students to Africa program. I'm also a practitioner in the area. I offer massage, Reiki, craniosacral therapy. But my interest has been a lot of the practitioners in the area. We've spoken how nice it would be to network everyone together and show the community all the services that we have to offer. And this is a unique opportunity to help the students to have this all come together and be a fundraiser for the community to experience and enjoy, but also bring back to the students, give them a forum that they can show all the projects that they're doing and go from there.
So what are some of the projects that the students are doing?
Oh, we have a wide variety. The kids are spending a year researching a particular environmental topic or wildlife conservation topic as it pertains to South Africa and to Vermont. So they have to see how these maybe methods of conservation or issues or the science of a particular related species, how they relate across the two areas. The kids are working on things like looking at trout. It's an invasive species in South Africa, important sport species here. They're looking at things like invasive species, aquatic plant species, and how that affects wildlife. One student has chosen a particular black wattle. It's a species. It's a big invasive problem in South Africa, and purple loosestrife here. Another student is looking at the motivations and rationales for poaching of a particular species all the way through the chain of the community where the poaching is happening, who is doing the poaching, why they're doing it, what the market is, and so forth, all the way to the end buyer of the finished product that's come from that poached species and what their motivations are. So these are just a few. I mean, there's a wide range, very, very interesting topics that these kids are.
It's somewhat ironic that we're talking about this because my granddaughter Lindsay was in Africa for a month for almost the same purpose. And my grandson, Alex, attends Dartmouth, and this is exactly the field that he's studying, that in farming and how to come up with sustainable systems for countries like in Africa and other parts of the world. And he's very much into what you were just talking about.
Yeah, it's a great thing to be able to expose kids to this early on. Vermont Students to Africa, which was founded by my husband last year before he died, he asked me to make it happen and keep it going. And what we're trying to do is take kids from the Northeast Kingdom and give them an exposure both to the greater, wider world, but also focusing on wildlife conservation, which is a critical issue, and despeciation. These are critical issues of our time that relate to the Northeast Kingdom, because this is an agricultural and nature-based kind of an economy. So another student is looking at the impacts of tourism and ecotourism on both the economy and the wildlife in two particular areas, one in Vermont and one in South Africa. So they're able to take the science, the politics, the economics, and relate it to their world and to the global world.
Now, does this go along with a saying, and I hope I get the saying correctly, is it think locally and act globally? Is that the way it goes?
The other way, think globally, act locally.
Something like that? At any rate, what you're trying to do is tie together local people and local issues with how it impacts the entire world.
Yeah,
correct?
And the kids, it gives a tremendous learning opportunity for these kids too. So they're learning how to do research projects. This is a field research project, and they have to do a tremendous amount of literature search and contacting primary sources and things like that. They're going to, when they come back, not just at this first project now, they're at the wellness fair. When they come back, they'll have finished projects, and hopefully we'll have something for television and so forth. The kids, part of the program and their acceptance into the program was their willingness to go out afterward and present what they've learned to the wider community in the Northeast Kingdom.
Well, I certainly hope that when this project is finished, that you guys will come back on again and share with us what went on and what was done and what the finished projects were, and your experiences in Africa. I think
we'd love to have the kids come back and do that too,
or at least one or two of them with you, and talk about what their experience was, and I bet it would be quite spectacular because it's a totally different part of the world.
It should be fantastic. We're starting off with a series, besides their work on their projects, we're starting off with a series of speakers who are coming into North Country High School. For example, they're going to, well, let me back up. We don't want them to be culturally illiterate when they arrive, and we also, in South Africa, and we also want them to have kind of a broad picture of what the environmental and wildlife conservation concerns in South Africa are. So we have all sorts of things going on, like a prof from Mary Martin from Johnson State is going to come talk to them about South African art, so they know what they're looking at when they're there. We have Dr. Jeremy De Silva from Dartmouth. We're extremely fortunate. He's coming all the way up here to talk to them about the big discovery in the cradle of humankind, where we will be going and had already planned to go. In South Africa, a tremendous number of hominid species, the human prehistory. And there's a big new discovery of a new species that people are raving about. They found 15 individuals where usually they get like a couple tiny little pieces of bone.
I was just reading something about that.
Yeah, Homo naledi. He's going to come up and talk to the kids, and he's arranged for us to go to the what they call the hominin vault at the University of Witwatersrand in Johannesburg, where the actual fossils are kept. Normally you don't ever get to see that kind of thing. We're getting taken around the labs and the place by someone who is a researcher, one of his co-researchers. So it's a pretty exciting thing that they're going to have both the wildlife conservation, but then some other other fields like anthropology and so forth that they're going to be learning about.
It's like they're taking a step into an entirely bigger universe, isn't it? And in my opinion, I think these are things that need to be done because there's a lot to discover right here on this earth as well.
Yeah.
And so how long have you been involved in this project?
Well, like I said, my husband started it last winter and asked me to keep it and get it going. So I've done that along with the help of people like Andrea, and in particular a couple teachers at North Country. Chris Schaefer has been a real driver, and he is kind of the main counterpart.
So there's a fundraising event you're having?
Yes.
Okay.
That'll occur on Saturday, March 19th at North Country Union High School from 10 to 3.
Okay.
We have a welcoming booth that you'll enter the high school. From there, you can buy tickets to receive a 15-minute to a half-hour massage or Reiki session, or there's other venues are reflexology, which has a limited number of sessions so that you can register prior to have your session. There are silent auction items that have been generously donated by all the practitioners in the community. We have prints from Rod MacGyver. If you're not familiar with him, check out Heron Dance. They're beautiful numbered prints that he has donated. Wildlife.
Beautiful wildlife prints.
He donates to nonprofit organizations based on conservation. We fit right into that. He was very excited to help us out, so he's graciously donated 3 prints to be auctioned off. Stained glass lamps, quilt wall hangings, gift baskets. We have 2 chiropractors who are going to be doing presentations.
Oh, okay.
Someone
Might I ask who they are?
Yes, Don Harris, Dr. Don Harris from here in Newport, and Dr. Francine LaJoy, also of Newport. We also have an aromatherapist, Mel Hastings, who's going to be offering in the late morning and early afternoon explanations of what aromatherapy is, the importance of using essential oils, how it helps in your well-being and health. We have Thai massage being performed by Pat Shover, which involves a mat. The clients lie on the mat and receive a massage using various techniques.
She walks on their back.
She walks on their back. So if you've ever wanted to have your back walked on, she knows the way to do it. Also, throughout the day, which is fabulous, I have, starting at 10 o'clock, yoga from 10 to 11 with 2 different instructors. Bodies in Motion will be happening at 11:30. Mo Profera is going to do a combination of sitting and standing exercises, which is kind of a moderate exercise level. Sharon Stewart has graciously offered to do a P90X or a high-intensity exercise program at 10 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, which is really exciting, Todd actually is one of the participants, we're doing an African-inspired dance with live drumming. It'll be held in the auditorium from 11 to 12. And
is this for people to participate in, or is it a presentation?
Actually, it's going to be both, because I think people really want to see but might not want to participate. So the auditorium seating will allow them to come in and watch the presentation being done, but also if they want to get up on stage and participate, they can. So, and it's for all ages.
I saw something like that at Castleton many, many years ago, and I know how that goes, and I think that's a great idea. If you just want to watch, you're able to just watch, and if you want to participate, I think it's really good.
Yeah.
So are you two going to participate or just watch?
I probably will be busy helping set up everything else. But Danielle Karazinski has done a beautiful job organizing that. Chad Harden, who's a Feldenkrais practitioner, is going to do a movement awareness class in the afternoon at 1:30. That involves just the subtleties of movement. So if you want something that's even a step below yoga, I don't know if I should use that term, but it's a very gentle connection for you to learn about how your body moves and what changes that you can make. And also, we're very fortunate, Sally Revard has offered to do a Tai Chi class at 1 o'clock.
No, interesting.
So we have a wide variety of classes and a wide variety of practitioners offering services. I think what's unique is when the person comes in, if they'd like to experience a 15-minute massage or a half-hour session, they can buy a ticket that will allow them to participate. But also we're offering the one-day pass, which will allow you to go to all the classes and receive a 15-minute session. Admission is free, and can we say that they're...
So admission is free. Individual classes and massage, we're asking for donation set amount for those services.
That's right. No, that's fine.
And we have a day pass available. Can we say that?
That's fine, yeah.
All very inexpensive and all going to a good cause.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the reasons we wanted to get you on was because this is a fundraising event for something specific. Yeah. And I think it's a great idea myself.
Yeah.
Well, the neat thing is that there are a lot of these sorts of treatments and classes and so forth, modalities that and I think most people have heard of or might want to try, but didn't want to commit to a whole hour, were afraid of a personal commitment to a particular therapist if they went and did it for an hour. This is a great opportunity for people just to come and give it a shot, try this, try that, see what works for you, what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy. Mm-hmm. All in one place, one time.
Exactly. And I, for one, I know Andrea as a massage therapist, and for anybody out there, you really need to experience a massage from Andrea. She is absolutely fabulous. And I know this from experience.
Thank you. Well, one of the nice things that we're also going to have, so that people don't feel, as Elaine was saying, any commitment, we're going to have an information board where we're going to give the bios and modalities that the practitioners offer, as well as people who have contributed so generously to this event. And that'll allow people another avenue to kind of test out what they might like to try or experience. So I think that'll be...
Yeah.
So do you have a lot of sponsors?
Yes, it's a big list on that poster.
Can you tell us a few of them? As many as you can remember. Can you tell us who your sponsors are?
For this event?
Yeah.
Conley Country.
Okay.
So we've had some major donors locally.
Right.
And a lot who are not locally. But in terms of, I think big sponsors here would be Conley Country and Co-op Insurance.
Okay.
Concept 2.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think of who else in terms of cash donations. It's, when we talk about sponsors, so you should cut this out. Don't put this explanation in. But a lot of it's been donations in kind.
Mm-hmm.
So both to this event and the prior event, a lot of the businesses in town have been extremely generous.
Good. Well, I think that's...
I could...
And that's kind of why we wanted to do the wall. Mm-hmm. Because that will list everyone who has participated in this event as well as the previous event, because we're so thankful. People have been so generous in stepping up, and there's an expression, it takes a community to help raise children, mm-hmm. and I think this will show how involved everyone in the community is to come together to help this experience happen for the students. And also connect with the students and see what's happening. I think as I've been asking for donations and telling people about this event, they can't believe all the work that has gone into this in such a short time, mm-hmm. and what experience it's going to offer for the students as well as the community as a whole when they come back.
I have to really thank Andrea, because having done a lot of work to arrange our last fundraiser, which was a silent auction and dinner, wildlife game dinner in December, I know what it takes to put something like this together. And she just blew our whole little group away when we met yesterday, because she's arranged this entire thing. When you see the huge number of therapists and doctors and so forth who are actually engaged on working with us on March 19th, you'd be amazed. But then she also had the whole layout and arranged everything, the signage, putting up posters. She's just done a phenomenal job. So thank you for that.
Wow.
It's really terrific.
I think all of us in the community, if we can come together and just whatever strengths that we have, if we can pull those together, I think that's what you're going to see at this health and wellness fair, is all of the amazing people in this community that are all coming together and making this happen. The instructors giving up some time to actually demonstrate what they have to offer to the community, all the practitioners that are coming forth, and some of them are donating a whole day to come, mm-hmm. and offer sessions.
Sounds like you have a few hundred people involved in this. Would that be an accurate assessment? Or at least 100 people? If you have a lot of different practitioners and people donating their time?
I think there's going to be a lot in the background, and I think that's that people don't realize. The health career class, for example, 3 of the students have volunteered to come and let the community know what they're offering in their coursework, mm-hmm. and what they're achieving through their coursework, and they're doing a free blood pressure clinic, which isn't diagnostic, but it's a way of people to receive their blood pressure, have the information to take back to their practitioner, and just for them to meet with the students and see the growth that's happened with these students and give them the practice. I think that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I would love to be able to name all the people who have helped and who have donated auction items. For example, this time you've already mentioned those folks because they're basically the practitioners and mm-hmm. and Rod said, but you've also got water being donated?
Yes, Vermont Heritage is helping us out with the water aspect.
That's fantastic.
To have that available for people exercising and receiving sessions, because one of the things for health and wellness is you need to hydrate yourself, and I think that's one thing that people don't do enough of. People
like Jeff Gerade, who's new to the area, has just moved here, and had come to the auction in December and offered to help. Retired from his career as a in desktop publishing, and he offered to do up our poster, and then he paid to have them printed for us. So people are really stepping up. In the previous event, we had donations from everybody from Juddy's Septic to Bill and Jan Hogan at Northeast Kingdom Physical Therapy. A lot of the different restaurants donated. Newport Naturals donated food. Roasters donated food. Ray Richesh, the French bakery across the border, donated 80 beautiful desserts.
Right.
The East Side, the different stores, so many. Lago and Eden Ice Cider and the grill, the Cider House Grill. Eleanor just really helped do everything there.
This sounds like it's shaping up to be an extremely successful event. Is that the way it appears to you guys too?
We're hoping so. I think word of mouth is going to be the biggest avenue to get people here. People want to do something in the community. They want to be involved. I'm hoping this event will do that. It'll allow the practitioners to let the community know what they're doing, the instructors to let the community know, the community to interact with them, and for people to know what's happening at the high school. I think that's going to be a big thing too.
Yes, and the high school has made some big improvements. I noticed the auditorium has made some big improvements lately, which is really nice.
This is also a great day. March 19th, it's a great day to get out of the mud and come get some exercise or have some wonderful relaxing treatments. We're hoping that people will want to come out and check out all the different things that are possible and that are available to them, and this is a good date to do it.
So when this project is done, what is the main goal of this project other than to help, raise money to send kids to Africa? Might this be an ongoing thing? Might this happen more than once?
It would be nice. I think the community needs something to bring everyone together. I think we have not had any event like this. I apologize if I say a health fair. We've had many things. The hospital, the wellness center has offered programs. Some of the local businesses have done a wellness day for their internal employee network, but nothing at this magnitude has ever been done in the area. I know Lyndonville, St. Johnsbury, St. Albans, Burlington area have done similar events. Certainly this is our first year. It's a learning curve in terms of advertising, in terms of recruiting people. I already have practitioners who are stepping up and saying, next time you offer this, let us know. We want to be a part of this. So I think that's good.
So it sounds like it could be an ongoing thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you do this annually?
I would think every other year would probably be
okay.
Just to allow people time to regroup and to
you're going to need a year of rest after putting all this together.
But
I think you should see a massage therapist for this.
I have that planned. I have a list of people I can. But I think I know someone who knows someone, and that's what's been wonderful about this is I just reached out to the few people I knew, and once the word got out, everybody was stepping up to help bring this all together. So I hope everybody feels the excitement that's happening with this and comes and checks it out and really stays around to listen to what's happening. I think they'll be pretty pleased.
I think this is a great opportunity for wives to get their husbands to try some of this fun stuff, and for husbands to treat their wives by sending them off. It's a great bonus. Massages are great bonuses for your employees, things like that. Great presents.
I'm not going to argue because I know the benefits of it myself. I absolutely do. Now, how can people contact you? Can you give us a website, Facebook, email, things like that?
Yeah. It'll be up on VermontStudentsToAfrica.org.
Okay.
And we have a Facebook page, Vermont Students to Africa. Hopefully it'll be circulating through social media, and some of the kids will be getting this out to everybody on Facebook.
Anyone have an email they would like to share?
Yeah, anyone who'd like to know about this or who would like to participate and help out with the Vermont Students to Africa project can write me at elockwood1@gmail.com.
Okay. And any final words that you would like to tell our audience? Because I think this is an important project, and I want to make sure that we've covered everything.
I would just really like to thank everyone in the community who's helped, both with the prior event and with this event, and supporting this project. The business community, people in the health community have been so supportive and so kind and generous to us. I really want to thank them. I think that it's going to be a life-changing experience for all these kids, and hopefully they'll be able to bring this back, and benefit the whole community and the other kids around them with what they've learned.
Well, I would like to see it become an ongoing thing too. The more we can expose our children to other parts of the world, I think it's just a good thing, because the world is more culturally diverse than what we realize it is, and I think that's always helpful. So I just had one last question for you guys. How did you get someone from Dartmouth here, which I think is really neat, by the way, since my grandson goes to Dartmouth?
If you don't ask, you never know.
Yeah.
So I emailed him and explained what we were trying to do, and Dr. De Silva was just so forthcoming and so wonderfully helpful and friendly. He's also trying to organize it for us to be able to go to the actual cave sites where they've been doing the digs and recovering all these fossils. I mean, he's just willing to do it. I was totally stunned.
Sounds good.
I found that with a lot of people are very supportive of this. And I think often scientists, he is so enthusiastic about what he's doing. And scientists in general get excited when young people are interested in what they're interested in.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, I would just like to mention is the fact that because it's an Ivy League school, there are resources that are available that you don't find anywhere else. The Ivy League network is rather vast and extremely helpful if you can tap into that. And I think you guys have done exactly that. You've tapped into a huge resource there. Yeah,
I think we're also, we're having a couple people up from Johnson State, at least one from UVM.
Mm-hmm.
So, the educators have been really forthcoming and really, really generous with their time. It's a long way for them. We are nowhere near any of these folks, except the folks in Johnson. It's only an hour or whatever that is, but however long that takes. But Dartmouth's a several hours drive, and
it's about an hour and a half to hour 45. Because I know I always go down to their ice hockey games all the time. I still go down there for those, and they're a blast. So
it's a big commitment.
Yeah, UVM's a little. UVM is not really further, but it's a harder drive than to Dartmouth. So. Yeah. I want to thank you guys for stopping in.
Thank you.
It was my pleasure to be able to interview you, and we'll be able to get this on as quickly as possible.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
This is Terry Difazio for Dial It Up Special Edition, saying we'll catch you on the flip side, and have a good day.